Is the Austin housing market in a price bubble? And that's a very good question. And I hear that from time to time, especially from buyers. I ask them when they want to buy a home, and sometimes the response is, well, I'm going to wait until this bubble breaks and the prices to roll back. Well, I'm not seeing a housing bubble here based on artificial demand or pricing. This is a publication I get every week. It's called The Pred, and it has all the brand new home subdivisions and all the new home pricing in it. It is a little disconcerting when you see a 1,400 or 1,500 square foot home listed for $270,000 to sometimes over $300,000. These are standard production homes by builders. Also, when you get closer downtown, you'll see prices per square foot for single-family homes getting into $200, $300, $400 a square foot, and in some cases up to $1,000 a square foot. So the question is, are we in a price bubble? And if so, how can buyers prevent it from forming? Well, first of all, I don't see an artificial price bubble here in the Austin area housing market. We are the destiny place. We are the highest sought after housing market in the nation. Our housing market is based on a really solid economy. Michael Dell has his business here. We have a big business footprint from Apple and also Samsung throughout the area, and also from thriving businesses in the Austin housing market area. And on top of that, we are the state capital and the home to one of the largest public universities in the nation, and that's the University of Texas. I don't see a housing bubble right now. We have the Austin Business Journal and the Austin Board of Realtors reporting that from year to year, house price increases are anywhere from about 2 to perhaps up to 4%. And that is mostly on resale homes, single family homes. And that's not a price bubble. That is something that is very healthy and I think very normal. So if you're a buyer, what can you do to make sure that you don't pay too much for a home? And that's the crux of the whole thing. In Florida and also California, you have pent-up demand, artificial demand, sometimes crowd mentality, if you will. Sometimes they go after real estate. The cash buyers pay way over market price. The housing market goes up and then it goes down, and depending on where you are in that market, you'll either do very well or not so well at all. So if you're a buyer and you're considering to purchase a home in the Austin housing market, which covers all of Central Texas and all the communities nearby Austin as well, I would get a very good CMA, a comparative market analysis from your realtor or broker. I provide a very specific comparative analysis that comes very, very close to estimating the current market value of the home. We provide that in our service package, and people like it a lot because not only do we find the estimated current market value of the home very close to what it really is, even though it's not an appraisal. We also have been very fortunate in that when the appraisal does come in, especially with a mortgage, the appraised price is way higher than what the contract sales price is. And so my buyers often have instant equity. That is something very important for you to do. If you're considering to buy a home, get a really good CMA, a comparative market analysis, and then don't pay too much for the house. We in Central Texas have what I like to consider a buyer pricing governor, if you will. It limits getaway pricing, which can also cause a price bubble. And buyers here simply, they just won't pay more than what they think the house is worth on the market. And that is very, very healthy, and that is the kind of buyer pursuit that I think all buyers should maintain, is that attitude. We are not going to pay more than what we think the house is worth on the market. And I think if buyers continue to do that, they will not only get a house at a fair price, they won't pay too much for the house, and they won't contribute to what may be an artificial pricing bubble. Serving all of Austin and Central Texas, I'm Cliff Hahn, a realtor broker of Hahn Real Estate, where it's always time to buy Texas.